Well, I already cleared my journey of becoming a hero. Now I must join the dark side. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back with more Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Last time we finished up the hero story, and this time we're going to be starting on the dark story. And I just dropped the TV remote. I'll do a good start to the dark story, because since it's a bad thing to drop something, then that means we're off to a good start. Wow. So now starting on the dark story here, and what better way to start it than with the big bad Dr. Eggman. But still can't believe that's like the only mainline game that he's playable in. And that is, well, he is playable in other games such like the Olympic game, Sonic Olympic games, and the Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing games and such, but yeah, he has the same gameplay as the Tails does with the mech gameplay, and the Walker, which is called the Egg Walker, which, interestingly enough, if there was an Egg Walker in Sonic Adventure that Tails fought at the end of his story, but I guess Eggman realized bigger isn't always better, and he decided to upgrade to a smaller Egg Walker that seems to work a lot better now, because it's giving all these gun beetles, I got a load of this. That line's just so hilarious. Got a load of this. But he unfortunately doesn't say it yet here in this game. But if he did say it every time he did take a shot, that would just get a little annoying. And after a while. But yeah, when Iron Gate here, which is Eggman's first stage, it's one of the darker stages in the games where you need to have the brightness up on your TV quite a bit in order to see it, which luckily I have mine at a good setting to where it's easier to see, and plus through the camera it's a little bit brighter to see as well. So that's good. So I guess that could help at least, but this isn't the darkest stage in the game in terms of lighting, that is because so slowly going down on this elevator here. So just lock onto all what we can. And so that's all 5 security doors. Yeah, each door has numbered. Interestingly enough, we saw like a whole bunch of level 1 security doors always in like that cutscene there, but we only blast like one of them, which is in the stage, which is kind of hilarious. Let's see what, but it doesn't make it too big of a difference. These ones don't have numbers on them. But luckily there was this missile up here that can destroy them, and be careful not to fly in front of that missile, because it can hurt you as well. And I guess those doors were secured level 6 security door breaches or something, but I don't know. The reason why I say that is because this next cutscene that we're coming up to now.
Now you know why I am the best.
Sure are the best, Eggman. Yeah, he definitely is one of the best out there.
password. Password is Maria. Maria. Now all I have to do is to place the Chaos Emerald into this console.
Hotshot. Looks about the same as Bigfoot, but yeah, playing as Shadow the Hedgehog now, and it's pretty much the same fight as the Bigfoot fight that we had in Sonic, except the arena's bigger, and okay, what was supposed to happen there? He was supposed to land and shoot it with those, and like those squares up there would start open up, and they would shoot missiles, and that's one move that this boss fight does have that the Bigfoot does not have, where it charges up a beam. A lock-on will come towards you, and you have to run out of the way to avoid it. So we just gotta keep running and get out of the way. And I do want to show when he attacks when he lands. So for this last hit, I'll let him land. But yeah, so we're just gonna run around here. And funny thing, one of these times when I was practicing, okay, it was the Bigfoot fight. During practice, I managed to somehow do double damage, use the light speed attack on him somehow. I don't know how, but I guess it was because Watch Out was there and I attacked him somehow. But okay, here's what happens when he lands. It's gonna shoot missiles, and then it's gonna turn towards you, and that's what happens when you beat him on the ground. And the guy in the cockpit is still there, as you can see in that shot.
Destroying that dark robot was spectacular. So, Shadow, you are the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
Bring more Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, wait!
I'll be waiting for you in the central control room on the Space Colony R.
And yep, the story here does reuse some cutscenes from the hero story, but with like different music, instrumental music and such. Another thing that the story will also, the Dark story will also reuse is level themes that are and such, like for example, like this stage here, which is Rouge's first stage here, and by the way, you have to step on this to free that turtle and press B to move to a different area. So like, you may notice like the overall layout, it's similar to Wild Canyon, and in that way. So yeah, several stages reuses like their themes. Like there will be an upcoming stage that we're gonna see that is similar to. Oh, there's another piece of ammo. Who that like we'll be coming up to a stage that pretty soon that is similar to Mission Street. So yeah, so there's quite a few stages that are similar, what reuses their things, but I'm not going to mention them all because that would just get a little too old, that'll get old a little too fast. So let's find this last piece here. And yeah, Rouge operates pretty much exactly the same as Knuckles, except the only difference is how she attacks. Instead of punching, she kicks. And yeah, so that's how that works. And one thing I forgot to show off for Knuckles, if you spin the control stick around, you see like this prompt on the screen like that in the corner, and you just get like this jump that makes you go up extra high, but you can't really move after it. Which I forgot to show that off with Knuckles, but Knuckles does pretty much the same thing, but you don't really need it, but it is required for some of the extra missions if you want to get the A-rings on them. So it's a little move that not many people might know about, but I'll get more to that later or not. But I will show it off with Knuckles later on.
Those idiots will never find my hidden base inside this pyramid.
Oh boy. We're in Sand Ocean, which it's honestly one of the, without any of Eggman's upgrades, this is honestly one of the tedious stages to do because there's quicksand everywhere, and if you fall in it, instant death. I mean, well, you do go back to checkpoints, so there's that. So it's not nearly as bad as just going back to the beginning, but without any of Eggman's upgrades, this level becomes quite a tedious level to play, and definitely kind of a hard one. But once you get like one of Eggman's upgrades, the stage isn't nearly as bad as it is, and you could it just becomes much as a joke at this point. But I might have to show it off at some point because I was doing a bonus video because actually I could kill two birds with one stone doing that because there was a power up in the stage that we can't get yet because we need a power up to get to it. That same thing that applied with Iron Gate because we needed a power up to get that power up. Hope so. Yeah, this is definitely the most annoying part here. Without any upgrades, that is. Because you have to just wait on these platforms that move very slowly. Well, some of them move slowly, but other ones that move faster than others. And we have... And yeah, these towers are here. They're pretty much the same towers as they were in that Rouge stage where you played it right just before this, but except they don't have the point on the top of them. They don't even show the parts where the points get cut off away. Maybe they're up there, but we just can't see them because we can't point the camera up. Yeah. can only move the camera around with that LNR triggers and such. So, and yeah, there's no way to really look up to see them. So, or that's something else. You somehow hacked your way up there, which probably is people that have. So, let's continue on here. And so, plus, yeah, so much for what Eggman said, with those idiots will never find my hidden base inside this pyramid, because you see all the gun troops around and such. Plus, yeah, statues of himself all over this place. And plus, yeah, the gun flags there. Did Gunn originally know about this place before Eggman did, and Eggman just decided to take over, but not remove any flags, or just kept the flags because they looked nice, but I don't know. I really don't know. Myself. I'm probably putting too much thought into this, but luckily the worst of this stage is over. And okay, from here you can see that the towers don't have their points on the top of them. They're just long rectangles. So that's something. That's one mystery solved that I mentioned earlier in the stage. But yeah, then we're pretty much at the end here. We made it back to the pyramid, to Eggman's hidden base, which is the pyramid, and statues of him look quite nice, despite the fact I can't turn the camera here, and despite the fact that he's also kind of jumping in mid-air there. If you look closely, you can see his shadow. He's not touching the ground in it, because you can see the gap between his mech, the walker, and the shadow. Like, you'll see it when, if you play the video back, you would see it before the results pop up.
With the Chaos Emerald in the Space Colony Ark. I've got to find out just what's going on up there.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important news flash. There has been a break-in at the Federal Reserve Bank today. Mysteriously, the only thing that was stolen was the Chaos Emerald. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. The suspect was seen fleeing the scene, destroying the reserve's guard robots in his path. Stay tuned for more details.
Work of Shadow. How pathetic. Why not be fully escaped?
The only thing you should really promise them is an apology for mistaking you all for Sonic. But yeah, the other people are just too big of making a big fools of themselves to not even notice it, unless they think this is just like the whale hog in some ways. But even though this predates Sonic Unleashed by like 7 years. But I don't know where I'm going with this here, but yeah, we're in Radical Highway, which is Shadow's first stage, and well, definitely a great stage for first stage for Shadow. Oh, here, by the way, if we go over here, how are we supposed to get across this? Oh no, we need the Lightspeed Dash. What are we supposed to do? we don't have that upgrade. Simple. It's just spin dash jump. Yeah, I found that all out on my own at one, and now we get the fire ring. So now we can just like Sonic, we can now destroy those steel containers there. So yeah. Yeah, when I found that out first time, I was amazed. Like, no way. You can just spin dash jump across them, and you don't even need the power, the Lightspeed dash power up to get that. You can just spin dash across. I found that hilarious. Also found this kind of hilarious too. Just take a shortcut around that. Yeah, but what would have been in there was just a bunch of springs that would have been bouncing me down and around, and then out the bottom. So yeah, not much is lost. So not much was missing out on there. I'll probably show that area off in the multiplayer. From when I can actually record it, that is. Listen, would have gotten the awesome from that, but yeah, I tried to see if I could increase the combo there, but no, it didn't work. But yeah, this was a stage I was talking about, which is similar to Mission Street. But yeah, luckily there aren't many platforms that collapse and have to make jumps over. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna kill myself. But no, for some reason this fight there are invisible fans that just push you up and fall off of you. You die, but if you can just get back underneath it, you can just get back up. Even if you go out of trigger the death barrier there, you'll just still float back up, but it will still count as a death. And then, yeah, the idea of that part back there was you're supposed to use the somersault there to get through that. And then, yeah, it's quite a few alternate pathways up there if you just grind on the bridge there, which is pretty cool. I always take it, but I kind of wanted to show, show both off at first, like first half of the upper halfway and then the second half of the bottom halfway. But maybe I'll show more in the multiplayer when I can actually record it, because waiting for my friends to come around, which probably would have already recorded it by the time this video goes up. So, but who knows if we have or not. Just keeping my fingers crossed to see. But anyway, it just finishes off with a barrel wall, or a double barrel wall, or a corkscrew street highway there. Why would there be such thing as that on an actual highway? Because maybe in the future it would make more sense with hover cars, but right around now, no. Because the car would just fall off and won't even make it up the loop all the way. But yeah, I'm just putting too much thought on realism here now.
What?
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald!